So I think it's safe to say now, fuck Goo Goo. Hey everyone, welcome to Prince the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 7? 7? No, 8, sorry, of Jentry Chau versus the Underworld. And last time, Goo Goo has proven that she is completely, like, untrustable. Like, even if they're even if she wants to make some kind of excuse about it being like to protect the world or whatnot, or to try to stop like Chang from doing some terrible shit, what she did and the fact that she still continued to hide it is just blatantly bad. Not only continued to hide it, but actually set up a lie for Gentry to think she was meeting her parents, to set up a really convenient and helpful to her lie, and for Gentry to find out the truth from her, who I think was her auntie, to find out the truth that Goo Goo was the one who, in the first place, sealed the powers into her as a way to stop her parents. But on top of that, continue to lie about, again, set up the fake parents scam. She basically, from what we can tell, was doing it to get Gentry off her back about all this, to stop Gentry from continuing to question things and argue about things and all. Kind of resulted in the opposite, though. And now with that, and with Kit having, not told the truth about being a painted skin demon and everything, Gentry really feels like she doesn't have anyone she can trust except maybe Ed. And I guess Michael as well. Like, she has no reason to not trust Michael right now. But the fact of the matter is that, like, she lost two people who she cared about greatly. She lost their trust in them in a really quick succession. And she was already having trust issues with Goo Goo as it starts out. Like, she was already having issues in that. And then you add in, Kit, who she had a major crush on. Everything's just going wrong for her. And also, again, it's also the fact that Goo Goo lied not only about everything else, but also faked her parents, to faked this moment of closure for her. That's scummy beyond reason. Goo Goo is a bad guy. She is a villain. That's just undeniable at this point. And I've said it before, I'll keep saying it, but if they choose to give her a redemption arc and it's well done, I'm fine with her having one. But it does have to be well done. Because at this point, she needs to actually redeem herself. And as it is right now, she honestly can't. Like, she can't just do that with speaking or trying to explain things. It's beyond that at this point. She has to do a lot more, and I don't know what she's going to do, but it has to be something big. So, I guess we'll see what happens now, but I'm assuming Gentry's probably just going to leave and completely shut her grandmother out. Or, not grandmother. I keep making that mistake. Her great aunt, Goo Goo. She's going to shut Goo Goo out. I wonder if she's going to, like, find a way to, like, repel Goo Goo from where she is. Like, I don't know, salt or something. We'll see. But that would also work on Ed, though, wouldn't it? And she trusts Ed still. I'm not sure. I feel like just trying to ignore her wouldn't be enough. But I also am not sure if she's going to confront her, because she's confronted her before, and look how it's turned out. I don't know if she is going to even want to confront her anymore. I guess we're going to see. Let's just get into this episode and find out. Hold up just a second there. Before you click that link down in the description below to go to today's reaction, I just wanted to take this moment real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. And don't forget about all the awesome gaming content over on the Princess of Gaming channel. Every single day of the week, we have some awesome Let's Plays for you. A bunch of different things to check out, and more coming in the future. And don't forget to click that subscribe button or like the video if you really enjoy the content I'm putting out. There will be more to come in the future. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get this going. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, Gugu's entire reasoning kind of for what she did and why she did it was just to keep Chang from getting the powers, because she tried to use the powers for herself and got her sister, Gentry's grandmother, killed because of it. Like, she was directly responsible for her death. She basically directly killed her. She murdered her own sister. It traumatized her to a degree that she was so insistent on not giving Chang the powers that she was willing to put Gentry in excessive danger and put her through her own trauma and pain and misery for her entire life, basically using her as a tool in order to try and make her feel better. That's what it kind of comes down to. Gugu just wanted to feel better about her own mistakes, wanted to feel better about her own trauma, and she was using Gentry as a way to do so. And when she tried to call Chang's bluff and he ended up killing Gentry's dad, and it looked like he was like taking the mom, so the mom might still be alive. That also, you know, fucked her up because she didn't think he would do anything like that. But she continued to basically use Gentry after that fact, again, as a tool for her own purposes and for her own battle against Chang. Even if there's trauma there, even if there's her own pains and mistakes from the past that she's trying to fix, the way she's going about it is undeniably bad. She's putting her great niece in active danger, pain, misery, fear, against her will. And on top of it, not just lying about it, but actively hiding every single bit of truth, to the point where she even fakes Gentry seeing her own parents and all. Like, literally, she tells Gentry, I'm going to tell you the whole truth now, and completely fakes it. Completely fakes the truth by having 2 shapeshifters take the form of her dead parents and lie to her. And her reasoning, she's trying to make herself seem better by telling Gentry, and maybe even telling herself that she's doing it for Gentry, that she's doing it to protect her and everything. But she's not. She's doing it, again, to try and right her own wrongs, to try and fix her own mistakes. She's doing it because of selfishness, because of greed, because of her own fuck-ups. It's all about her. And so when Gentry is, or not Gentry, when Gugu is taken away at the end of the episode, I feel no sadness about it. I feel no sorrow for Gentry, kind of, sorry for the lighting, by the way. I feel no sorrow for Gentry doing her own thing and turning against her. I feel no sorrow for Gugu being taken by Jaikau or Jaikwao, whatever his name was. I can't think of it. It's something like that, wasn't it? I could check the credits, I'm sure, but give me a second. Just have to find the cast. Okay. Zhang Kui, that's what it was. When he takes her to the prison and everything to face the consequences of her actions, it's like, yeah, I'm on board with that. She deserves it. Like, again, I think I said this last time, but she's not like the main villain of the series or anything. I wouldn't call her evil, but she is the bad guy here. She is absolutely an antagonist to Gentry. Her actions, her motivations completely serve to stop Gentry in her tracks. They completely serve to keep Gentry from succeeding. She is an antagonist by all senses of the word. And she needed to face the repercussions. Again, I'll say it again. If she has a redemption arc and it's well done, I'm willing to forgive her if that happens. But like, she really has to work to redeem herself at this point. Because honestly, I'm not forgiving of her at the moment. I honestly would be fine if she just never returned to the series. I don't think that's going to happen. I think she's probably going to get a redemption arc, but yeah. I'm also wondering about Kit. Because we saw Kit eyeing the ropes at that. Is he going to try to, like, fight Chang with them? Is that what he's thinking? Now that Gentry's put her powers back into them? Because we know he wants to be free of Chang. And so I'm kind of wondering if, like, he's thinking of doing that. I'm worried about him thinking of doing that. Also, there was one line I wanted to mention in here. Like, when Gentry was saying, like, when she said, I'm trying to think of exactly what the wording was. Like, you want to look like an above average white guy. When she was saying that to him, was she talking about, like, what he was already working on, or was she talking about his current skin suit? Because I never saw him as white. Like, he looks like he looks Asian, right? I always thought he was Asian. Just from the design perspective. I mean, maybe that's just the art design of the series. I don't know, but it's just, I never saw him as a white guy. that I was thinking about that. I didn't say anything during the reaction, but I was kind of thinking about that. And I'm like, wait, maybe she was referring to the skin suit he was working on at the time. Maybe he was like going to be like changing what he was doing and taking on a new identity or something. If things didn't work out with Gentry, I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's this episode just continues to prove that Gentry, I think, will be better off without Gugu. Again, sorry for the lighting. It's this time of day, and the sun's been behind the clouds most of the day, so I thought I would be fine, but it's like there's a empty spot where there's not cloud cover at the moment. Um, but yeah, it's proving that Gentry, I think, would be better without Gugu at the moment. Um, and just honestly, in general, I think Gentry would just be better without uh, anyone trying to control her like this. Um, I'm really worried that the series is going to try and make it out, though, that Gentry needs Gugu, that she literally need her in her life to be able to succeed here, because I feel like that's going to be a real cop out decision, um and will kind of like almost validate keeping abusive people in your life, because without question, no matter how you look at it, Flora Gugu is abusive as fuck. Not physically abusive, but mentally and emotionally. She is extremely mentally and emotionally abusive to Gentry, and whether she intends to be or not. The shit Gentry's going through and the pain she's going through is because of Gugu, and honestly, I think Gentry would be better off without her. Again, if she goes through a redemption, cool. But I'm just saying based off of what we're getting right now. I'm just saying based off the information we have currently. Flora is just kind of the fucking worst. She's terrible. She's a piece of shit. And she deserves to have been taken. I don't know exactly what's going to happen next, but like I said, I really hope they don't just try to make it out that she needs Flora in her life. I really don't want it to go that route. We'll see. We'll see. Um, but yeah, this episode, just building off of the last one and really hammering in how bad Flora has been and how like in the wrong she is. It's just crazy. it's it's something I hope will be a good lesson to people who watch this, to understand that you have a right to shut abusive people out of your life. And not only a right, but you, for your own like health and safety and everything, you should do that. So yeah, I again can only judge this off of what I've gotten so far. So no need to be angry if like, oh, but Gugu's not really that bad. It's like based off of what I've seen so far, she is. And don't say something like that in the comments, by the way, because I would consider that a spoiler. That would be like basically telling me that Gugu's gonna have a redemption arc. Don't say something like that. So I'm warning you ahead of time. No one has done that, but I'm just warning you ahead of time. Don't. I will consider that spoilers, and I don't like spoilers on this channel. If they're especially egregious, I will ban you. So just don't do it. Just wait for me to experience things naturally. As of right now, I see Gugu as one of the main villains of the show. Not evil, but a villain nonetheless. So yeah. Um, I guess from here on, we just Jesus, like complete empty spot of the clouds just blasted my eye. Um, I guess we'll just see what happens next. We've got a good amount of episodes still to go. And I'm hoping that this continues to be really good, because this is a super enthralling series. I'm really into it, and Jesus fuck. Not really into that, though. Really into this series. And I wish it was more well known and popular, because this series just got no proper advertising and is just so underrated. Like, I'm glad that so many fans are talking about it. And when I brought up to AJ Beckles at Ishocon this past weekend, when I saw him, when I met him, I brought up that one of the he asked me, oh, like what shows, what performances of mine are you here for and everything. And I mentioned Dan to Dan, obviously, but I also mentioned this, and he got really excited about that. He got really excited that someone was mentioning Jentry Chau. If you don't know, by the way, AJ Beckles, who is Okaroon in Dan to Dan, is also Michael in this. So, yeah, it was really cool getting to meet him and to have that little moment. It was fun. And I'm really excited to see where his character goes. We didn't get anything about his powers in this episode, but I'm just really excited to see what more they do with that as this goes along. Especially with now him kind of confessing that he likes Jentry. We kind of have that coming out. Jesus fuck. It's like every time it like goes behind the clouds, it comes right back like a few seconds after. Um, I have to lean over here just to not have it be directly in my eyes and all over my face. Um, but yeah, so tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode of Jentry Chau versus the Underworld. Let me know your thoughts on everything, but like I said, no spoilers. For now, though, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.